My mic has been playing games on me, and it is still playing games on me. I don't know how to improve it. Yeah. Let's try to do this. Okay. This will sound much better, I think. Yeah. Hey guys, first off, I would like to really apologize. It's been quite a while. It's been quite a while since I last uploaded a video. I missed you guys, and the channel has been growing thanks to those who have been subscribing. To the 295 guys out there who believe in me. I love you. I really do, and I mean it. You guys have really showed me much love, and you're the guys who have actually made me come out of my hiding. And today I feel like I should do something. Yeah, I've been caught up with my 9 to 5, and there's not really been time for me to do recordings for tutorials. I've really been struggling. Yeah, so today we are going to do something like this. I did this using just cloners, gravity, and rigid bodies, so it's more of a dynamics tutorial. Yeah, it's not going to be a detailed one. It's not one for beginners. Yeah, it's not a tutorial for beginners, so I'm really sorry for if you're a beginner. This is not a tutorial for you, but maybe in future, since I'm going to start making videos, I'll make one that is for beginners. This one is for more of like intermediate people, someone who has an understanding of how Cinema 4D works and the things to do with Cinema 4D. So with this tutorial, again, we are not going to do the texturing. I'm mostly going to show you how I did this effect. So it's just to show you how I did the effect, and I'm not going to go in depth with it. I'm just going to show you how I did it. The lighting, the texturing will be for another day. So for now, I'm going to link this model in the description, so it will save you from with the textures and all that. If you have Redshift, and Octane, it should work easily for you. So I'm going to link this model in the description. Now, first things first. To create the effect, we need two things. We need gravity and we need a rigid body. So we are first going to assign a rigid body to our mesh. So I've added a rigid body to it. Now, as you may know, we are also going to clone it. So I'll just Ctrl D this to duplicate it. Ctrl D or Ctrl and drag. Ctrl D is still Ctrl drag, you duplicate. Sorry, Ctrl D will go to the object to the project settings. So what are you going to do next? To create the floating effect, we are going to Shift C. and then you will search for gravity. Pull up gravity, put it there, not in the object but just on top. Right now, right off the bat, if you played this, you're going to get this. It's just going to draw, right? Now what we want is let's reduce this to like 20, yeah, and then we'll play that again, and you see still falls, just like that. So we are going to come to the rigid body settings, and then we are going to come to forces. Now on forces, we are going to add a follow position of like 2 and a rotation of like 1, yeah, and then you'd have it floating, right? Again, it's not that perfect, so that is just the overview. If you want to do it, and if you wanted to know how to make an object float, well, your tutorial is done, I guess so. Yeah, but yeah, for those who are here to stay and continue and watch the whole tutorial, we are going to tweak a few things here and there. We are going to tweak a few things. The first thing we are going to tweak is we are going to take this back to 0, because I want this to collide, right? I want it to collide. I want it to create like a collision. So I'll hide it, and then on this one we'll just add a cloner to it. Rename this to box cloner. Yeah. Now, instead of having the rigid body on the object, we're going to have it on the cloner. Yeah. You'll see the reason as to why. In fact, let me show you the reason as to why. If you have it on the object, if you play, nothing happens to the cloner. As you can see, there's nothing happening to our cloner. But if you put it on the cloner itself, you can see what happens. It affects the cloner, so you need to put it on the cloner for the effect that we are going to create. Okay, now let's tweak the cloner settings. One of the things we are going to do is make it radio and increase the count just a bit and reduce the radius. Now, of course, you're going to look at it and you're like, man, that is ridiculous. What are you doing? Well, we are getting there. Let me just increase my timeline a bit to 180. So if I played that, you see the blast of it. Just blast. So what you are going to do is come to follow position and rotation, and then make this maybe 1 and this 0.5. So when you play it back, you see they stick together. Now we are going to make it a bit interesting, right? We are going to animate our count and radius. Put a keyframe on it, move this one forward just a bit to like 10 frames, and then make this 0 and make this 0 to just make it interesting. So if you played it, it would be something like that. So they would be popping up like that. See how it looks like? It looks interesting, and there's more dynamic to it, like they all act together, right? You can go on and animate the radius and maybe increase the radius just a bit, and you'll see, you still see the effect that it gives you. See, they float away, but that's not what I want. That's not what I want. So for you, if you want them to float away, you just add in just a teeny bit of radius, just a teeny bit, so they will not stay where they are. They would actually like float. In fact, the one when I've added is less. Let's make it like let's make it like 50 centimeters. Yeah, 50 centimeters. See, they float away. Oh, that looks interesting. So this effect is all about you experimenting, right? It's all about you experimenting. You can actually do a lot with this. You can even reverse it. You can, instead of having the radius increase, you can instead have the radius increase, right? And the count also increase. So I've just like double it, both of them. So when we play it back, you'll have something like that. So it keeps on sprouting then. It's really a really cool effect if you're working on product renders and you just need a new way to showcase the product, right? We can keep this sprout continuing. You just have to add the number and it will just continue giving. It will just continue giving. You get. So that is basically how you create that effect. You are free to really play around with it. You can play around with it. Like one of the things that I wanted to do is have this one. Let's take it up just a bit. Sorry. Let's take this one just up a bit. And then let's move this clonal just like that. So, falls very fast. Let's have it. Falls fast. Falls too fast. So you see, it almost like it initiates the action. So it almost like falls from above and initiates the action. And yeah, that is basically much about it. You can go on and play around with this. You can reduce it and you'll still have some results. You can go on and add in a random effector. Like in the previous one, I had added a random effector, so I'm just going to add a random effector, and then we shall affect the rotation. Let's make this 20, 10, 5. So you have it act in a different way. You can even make this one, make this 30, leave that at 50. You just have to experiment. For you to create what you want, you just have to experiment it. It will create for you what you want. It will create for you what you want. It's really a nice effect, and I like the way the objects interact with each other. Now for the collision, if you come to the collision, if you want to make it more realistic, what you would do is come to dynamics. Actually, you come to collision and then collision shapes. So you see we are dealing with a box, So you choose box and it will give you much more interesting interactions, because now it knows the shape it is dealing with. And this is the beauty about Cinema 4D, like there is a lot of possibilities with it. I know there are other softwares like Blender, like Maya, 3ds Max, Houdini, but Cinema 4D, I think they really mastered the art of motion graphics. These guys really mastered it. They make things easy. For the lighting, for the lighting, you can play around with this, put it to force, and you'll have, again, quite different. There is no limit to what you can do. There is loads of possibilities that you can do. You just have to keep playing around with this, with whatever you're doing. For the lighting, let me just show you how I did the lighting on this one. As you can see, it is the same thing I did here, but for the lighting I have just jump out of the camera just a bit so that I can show you. So for the lighting, we have one area light above, it is set to 20% intensity, and then we have one to the side, it is set to 18% intensity, and then another one to the left, it is set to 40% intensity, and then we have a dome light that is set to 1% intensity. I can use that to 0.5. Yeah, that is how I lit it. If you want to see how it looks like when lit, this is actually how it looks like when lit. This is how it looks like. You can come into the camera view, and that is how it looks like. I'm going to link the model in the description so that whoever wants to try out something, you can try it out and then share it with me, share it on my socials. I'm also going to leave my socials in the description. You're free to follow me. I follow back. I follow back, and yeah, I'll also let you know. I'll also give feedback on whatever you've done. I'm free to do that. Otherwise, thank you guys. Thank you for keeping the channel growing, and I can't thank you much for the subscriptions. And for that, we have come to the end of this tutorial. It was just a quick run through. Yeah, this is just the beginning of the many tutorials that I'm going to be making. So I have just decided, like, I'm going to devote myself to this channel, and yeah, this channel is now my life. Anyway, yeah, so until next time guys, thank you, bye bye.